Welcome everyone to WordPress and Coffee. Today I want to talk a little bit more about the Elementor plugin and do a little bit of playing around with it and kind of start actually building something. I don't just want to play around with it. I kind of actually want to build something. So I am going to start building something today using this plugin. And just to let everybody know, this is a live stream that happens Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I like to talk about WordPress and just web development in general. I try to mix it up and just do different things. So if you're into that kind of thing, please like and subscribe, and hope you enjoy the show. So for today, let's get started. Let me open up my browser here, browser cam. There we go. And so we're currently logged into our dashboard here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a like a hero landing page to start off with, and I decided to use the WordPress and Coffee as the theme. And so that's what I want to do today. Anyway, so let's get started here. If we create a new page. Oh, and I'm currently, just so you know, I'm currently using the, have it set to my theme. The theme itself is set to, it is set to 2015. So I'm using 2015 today. The Elementor will work on any theme that you use. You just you can use any kind of base theme that you want, and you can go from there. So anyway, we're using the 2015 today. I'm just playing around with the 2015 to see how this works. So let's start a new page. I'm going to add a new page here. And I'm just going to title this page WordPress and Coffee. WordPress and Coffee. That's what I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to just go ahead and publish it. So now we have a page created. Now I'm going to edit. Well, I'm going to change the template here to the Elementor canvas, and I'll update it. That's one thing I'm going to do first. And now I'm going to click the button here, Edit with Elementor, and this is where we can get started on our editing. Just let this load up. And we have started. So now we have a blank page over here on the left. You can see these are all of our elements that comes with the free version of WordPress. And here is where you can, your canvas, where you can work on things, add new sections, and so forth and so on. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a new section. And the section I'm going to add is I'm going to add this for now, just for fun of it. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is on this section, I'm going to click on the section, and then over here you can see this is where you can edit the actual section. Since it's selected, now it says edit section. So now I can stretch the section. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it full page. So this is going to be full page. So I toggle that on. And the content width, I'm going to leave that boxed. Content gap, I'm not going to worry about that right now. The height I'm going to say fit to screen, because this is a, like I said, this is a canvas, or this is a hero type layout for the website. Content position, I'm going to do middle, so it will set it in the middle at all times. It will not be at the top, it will not be at the bottom, it'll be at the middle. Column position is going to be middle as well. So Next, I have them basic sets there. I'm going to change to the Style tab here. And in the Style tab, I'm going to click on Classic. You have Classic, Gradient, and Background Video, but we're just going to do Classic. And then I'm going to add an image. I've already uploaded my images, so I have them in here. And I'm going to choose this image here. As you can see, the size of it is 1920 by 1080. It's a good size for a hero background image. I might. This could be trimmed down a little bit to like 1600 by 1600 by whatever that comes out to be. Just as long as it's proportional, so that way you get a little bit smaller file size. 275 kilobytes on the file size. That's kind of big, but as long as it's not over 300, it should be fine. So I'm going to insert that. And so now this does the background, and this is the complete background. I can save it, and now it's saved. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to add some more. Here's my content, and this is my column and the section. And the section was what I was editing. I believe that's all I want to do here. Position. Okay, I'm going to do the center. So it kind of centers the image up there, and it always stays centered. That's kind of cool there. That's what I want. Attachment. Do I want it to scroll or fixed? I'm just going to leave this default, which was probably the scroll. It will scroll because I'm going to be adding some more sections below this, and this is just the top section that will have a header, or that will have the hero layout. I haven't really decided exactly how I'm going to just completely finish designing this. I just wanted to start playing along and playing around with it and letting you guys follow along. The repeat, I'm going to say no repeat on the repeat. That's for the image background. The size, just click cover. If I do cover, it will just cover the whole background. So I want to do that. And then if I wanted a background overlay, I could do a background overlay here. Let's see here. I'm going to minimize this down, and then I'm going to go background overlay. I'm going to open that out, and we'll just do classic with a color, maybe. Let's see. Then you can, do whatever you want. If you want like red, like a dark red there. I really don't like that. How about a tan? Tan doesn't look too bad. Just kind of plays with the background a little bit, give us a little bit of haze. That's kind of cool. So I'm going to leave that like that. So now I'm not going to worry about a border. If I wanted to put a border, I could put a border on it, but I'm not going to mess with that. And this is a cool thing. This is a shape divider. If I wanted to put a shape like on the bottom, and then I wanted to do like mountains, it would put some mountains there, and then I could change the color, like if I wanted to do a brown like that, or something like that. It's kind of cool. Let's see here. Let's see what we can do here. The width, height, I can increase the height here. I wanted to increase the height. Let's change this. Let's see, we have drops, clouds, zigzag. Okay, we have zigzag. Pyramids, waves. I mean, you could play around with this stuff however you want to do it. You can change the width here, and that kind of stretches it out or brings it in. However you want to do that. For instance, let's increase the height here. There we go. And the width. like something like that. That looks kind of cool. So we'll just leave that like that for now. Like I said, I'm just kind of playing around here and trying to do a design. So this is kind of like how I would do a just a regular web page design. You know, you just kind of sit there and you play around with things and just try new things and do things a little bit different. And sometimes they don't work out, but a lot of times you will surprise yourself and you're like, wow, this is really cool. Okay, so that's what I got there. Now I want to add what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the WordPress logo, and then I'm going to put a tag of coffee on either side, kind of like I do on my intro page. If I look at my intro page here, right here, the way this is, I'm going to kind of do something like that. So let's go back to the browser cam and let's see what we can do here. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to save this. I just like to save. You don't have to save, but I'm just like to save all the time. Okay, so let's go back to our elements here. So we click on the elements. So what I want to do here is I'm going to divide this up because I want to do kind of an effect with the intro. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide these columns up, and I'm going to add one and add another. So I have 3 columns here, and then I'm going to set, I wrote this down here. I'm going to set this at 41%. This column here about 41%, 41%, and this back column here I'm going to set it, or the center column, sorry, is going to be 18%. I wish you could actually just put the number in somehow. That would be nice, rather than having to do this crap. Okay, there's 80%. So I have a 41%, an 18%, and another 41%. So that basically just centers this right here, because I'm going to put the logo, the WordPress logo, right here. So now if I go back to my now that I have that, I'm just going to go ahead and save it again. Okay, so now that let's go back to our elements, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this an image element, and this is going to be the WordPress logo. I'm going to put that right there. So I just do that, and then here is where you can select your image. So I can say insert media, and that will put that there. As far as the size go, I don't want to go with this large size. I'm going to bring this down, and actually I'm going to make it custom because the size I want, 300 by 300 is too big, so I'm going to do custom, and I'm just going to go 200 by 200. So that I put a 200 by 200 200 pixels by 200 pixels logo. As you can do, it's perfectly centered in there and everything like that. That looks great because I have it centered here. I'm not going to worry about a caption. It's not going to link to anything. So I have that set up there. Now on this side, so let's go back to our elements here. So we have this set up and done. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to put some text in here, and I'm going to do just the text editor. I'm just going to drag and drop that in there. So now I have the text editor here. Well, I thought I did. Why didn't that go? Come on. Oh, nothing like doing stuff live. What's the problem here? This is just acting kind of crazy. There you go. That put text there. I don't know what's going on there. Huh. There we go. I just didn't have it in the right place. I'm going to remove that. Okay, so I have this one set up here. As you can see, there's text. I'm just going to highlight this and go backspace on it. And I'm going to change this to a heading 1. And then I'm going to put coffee like this in there. So I have coffee set up there. As you can see, here it is. And it's a heading 1. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on this style. Well, let's go ahead and save it. And then let's click on the style. And the alignment on it, I'm going to align it to the right, so it shoves it all the way over to the right. You can't really see it. I'm going to change the color, and I'm going to change it to white, which is FFF. And then select that. Why didn't it change my text color? Do I need to save it or what? Okay, it did not change my text color there. Huh. Come on, there's that. Code looks good, visual looks good. Style, it's to the right, text color. Let's turn on the I'm not sure why it's not. Let's try to increase the size here. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. So I'm going to change the size here to something like maybe 60 pixels. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm going to change it to that. The font family I'm going to change to Times New Roman. And the weight, transform. I'll leave the weight alone. Style, I'm going to change this to italic. I like the italic there. And line height, I'm going to leave that alone. And the letter spacing, I'll leave that alone too. So that's what I have there on that side. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it. And then let's take this and just, if you click on, you see here you have edit, and this is duplicate, and this is remove or delete. So I'm going to duplicate this since I've gone through and set up all my settings the way I want them about the size and everything. I'm going to duplicate it, and then I'm going to hover over this and drag it and move it over here into this area. And as you can see, it throws it over here. And now that we're over here, I'm going to edit it. I don't understand why it keeps removing the text when I go to edit it. I think that's a bug. I think I've just discovered a bug. Style, I'm going to align it to the left. And that's that, what I want to do there. But let me save this. Okay, so I have this set up. I'm just going to try this because I believe I just discovered some kind of bug. So if I click save here, and it's saved, okay, and then for instance, if I want to edit this, so I click on it and I click on the edit button, it automatically removes the text. There is no text. You have to re-enter it. It just deletes it for some reason. I mean, that can't be right. So now I have to re-enter it every time. So I believe that is that's a bug. Seems to be a bug because I'm not linking anything. Anyway, I will have to maybe try to report that somehow, because that seems to be a bug. Seems to be a bug because I have my text there, and if I go to edit it, it automatically deletes. For some reason, it removes the text there. Okay, so anyway, let's move on. So I have this set up, and I have this and this. Now I want to do something kind of cool here. Is I have this side selected by just clicking on it, and then see, if you click on it, it just deletes. That is so strange. That is so strange. Huh. Wow, this is definitely a bug. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so I'm going to I want to try to do some little effects here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select on the advanced, and then if I go down to background and border, element styles, entrance animation. So I'm going to do an entrance animation here. And what I want to do on this one is I want it to like fade in from, okay, I want it to fade in left on this one, I believe. I'm not sure how you can demo it. Normal. Okay, and this one here, and again, it just deletes the text. That's just so strange. So strange. Okay, so I'll go to advanced. This is good. Now that right there will be really will be a pain to mess with. So this one I'm going to do fade in right on this one. Normal, save, and then let's view the page and see what happens. There we go. So that's what's going to happen there. As you can see, the little effect. That's kind of cool. That's kind of a cool little effect. So if I refresh this page, you can see the effect again. I like that. That's cool. Now I may do something with here. I may make it like maybe bounce a little bit and put a little bit of a delay on it. Can you do that? Let's see here. So if I click on the edit on this one, and then I go advanced, then I'm going to do maybe zoom in a little bit. Not sure. Or bounce up, sliding, rotate. I don't want to rotate. Flash, bounce, shake, swing. Okay, let's just kind of do this bounce effect here. And then we'll do normal. But you can't do a delay. Why can't you do a delay? Alright, let's save that. I was hoping you'd be able to do a delay, but there is no delay here. Why is there a delay on the effects? I'll have to look into that a little bit more. Looks like there would be a delay where I could put in like, so many milliseconds delay for certain effects. Okay, anyway, we'll move on here. Let's go back to our page. So I've saved that. Let's go back to our page and we'll refresh. That's kind of cool. Refresh that again. Okay, well, I mean, I would like to do kind of a delay here after the fact. With this animation, I like to let it delay for like a second or so it has time for these coffees to swoosh out and then it bounce. Actually, I might be able to change that. Anyway, I'll play with this a little bit more here. I just wanted to go this far today. As you can see here, if you wanted custom CSS, you would need to purchase the Pro version. And this is your responsive, and this is where if you want to hide this section on a mobile, you can, or the desktop or whatever. We'll get a little bit more further into this as we build this out. Today I just wanted to kind of do this right here, the top hero section. I'm going to just call this the hero section, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do different sections and I'll build them out throughout the days. And today I wanted to do this. Yesterday I did the actual intro to Elementor, and like I said, I believe I may have found a bug today. So we'll have to see what's up with that and why that happens. I don't know if it's the actual theme I chose, the base theme, this is the 2015 theme that I'm using. If that has anything to do with it, it may. I'll just have to see. But anyway, I believe that that's about all I want to talk about today. I just wanted to kind of get started on this build and let me know what you guys think, and if you have any suggestions or things that I'm missing here. The version of this currently is I guess I should look at that. Let me close out here. Go back to the dashboard. Let me look at my plugins here. Plugins, install plugins. So we'll go to my install plugins. This Elementor version is currently 4.4.4. So that's the version that I'm having this bug with. So anyway, I guess I will continue this on tomorrow, and we can start building this out and just continuing on with our build tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow remember it's at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, Monday through Friday, and I will see you guys tomorrow. So everybody have a good day. Bye.